So, what are the constants in life? What are the constants you will see in any part of the world? You'll probably find a McDonald's anywhere you go. You'll probably find a Starbucks. And if you walk into a bar or a pub anywhere in the world, what you'll definitely find is sooner or later, either the first night or the second night, there will come up a band on the stage and they'll start playing these four chords. You know what this is, don't you? Let's get right into it. So, hi everyone, welcome back to the Ministry of Guitar. My name is Utkarsh. I'm coming to you from Singapore. As always, if you like what I'm doing, please do like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for all the support so far. All this encouragement really means a lot. So, I've been making a lot of, you could call, relatively dystopian videos in terms of how technology is going to interface with capitalism and affect how we enjoy and how we create music and how the world creates music and how that economy works. And I agree with all of it. I'm not backtracking on any of it. But I also want to talk about one of the positive things that I think some of us have not noticed because we kind of take it for granted. And indeed, it is this positive thing that I think may endure. Now, I want you to think about the fact that it's been possible to record and play recorded music for a very long time. That has not killed live music. So, of all the things that will happen to the recorded music industry, I think live music in some shape or form will sustain. This, I think, is true. I think all of us can agree on this. But then we are not only competing with humans like watching other humans perform. So that's good. That is the good thing that we have. But there are negative forces that will affect live music in the opposite direction. Positive, humans like watching humans perform. Negative is attention span. And I'm not talking attention span of the audience because people will watch humans perform. I don't think that attention span is going away. But I'm talking simply about the attention span for people to learn instruments, right? I think today there has been an attack on our attention span like never before. Social media started the process, but I think the reels, those 10, 15 second, 20-second reels that you just scroll through are just putting the death blows on the attention span, particularly of younger people. I mean, for someone like me, luckily for me, by the time I didn't even have a smartphone till I was about 18 years old. And I certainly did not encounter reels till I was in my late 30s. So my attention span has had a long time to get fortified, but even I find myself affected. I find it difficult to sit and finish and reading a good book without constantly checking my phone, without seeing what's happening. So I can hardly imagine for somebody growing up in this environment, somebody born in the 2000s or beyond, how difficult it would be. So we are competing against this particular aspect of attention span. Now there's good news. The good news is that playing an instrument, or rather putting down a performance that people can enjoy, people can appreciate, and can give you the kind of thrill, the kind of energy, the kind of motivation you need to continue working on an instrument, that thrill, that is not as inaccessible as you might think. You know, one of the things that happened in the 80s is all the guitarists became these virtuosos, so it became very discouraging for many guitarists to even pick up guitar because they would never be as good. And then Kurt Cobain came, and with very simple guitar skills, he created some of the biggest songs in the world. And that was enough because I could, when I first started playing guitar, I looked at Come As You Are and I thought, I can play that probably. Come As You Are is not the easiest Nirvana song, but it wasn't like watching Eruption or watching something that that guy who does the two double guitars was doing. So it was accessible. So I think it is important for there to be a performance, a song that people can perform when they are starting out on instruments that is relatively accessible, that is relatively easy to play, yet elicits a very positive response, and you can get that thrill that makes you want to continue to do live music. I mean, like it or not, you may have virtuosistic. I think I'm butchering the word, but you know what I mean. You may have virtuosos performing, but Everybody has to start as a nervous wreck going on stage for the first time, hoping that the audience will not laugh at them. Everybody has to start there sometime. And that's where those four chords come in. Because the thing is, ironically, of course, I think we all know what the song is. It's Zombie. Very ironic, and given the context in which I'm saying this. Those four chords of Zombie are very, very easy to play. And honestly, Zombie is a song that any band, and most bands, whether you are in the US, whether you're in Europe, of course, Cranberries are from Ireland, whether you are in Asia, a lot of bands that are starting out, one of the easiest things to do is find a guitarist who can just about string together E minor, C, G, and F sharp, whatever that is, with the open strings. Somehow strum it together, and you just need a girl who can sing. And you're done. You have a band. You literally do that. You can, with that, just a guitarist playing those four chords and a girl who can sing. Especially if the girl can sing really well, and if the guitarist can just about hold a rhythm, you can have a performance that can rival anything in terms of what will entertain an audience, because everyone knows this song. I have been, and delving into my experience here, I've been in bars in the US, in California, in Nevada, in Europe, in Switzerland, Italy, and in the UK, of course, in Singapore, of course, Thailand, Indonesia, Bali, Japan, and of course India. I have seen Zombie being played live in all of these places. I have played Zombie live myself multiple times with many different female singers. So for me, that's the magic of this song. This is an easy song that could be the simple bridge, the simple piece of encouragement that a new fledgling musician needs to get the bug of performing, get the bug of live music, to playing live, which can lead to bigger and better things. I mean, it's not, finding Zombie is a great place because it lets a singer really sing. It really, if you, as long as you can sing, you can probably sing Zombie. You can't sing it very well, but you can sing it well enough that you'll get cheers and you will feel like you're on top of the world. I've seen it happen so many times. I've had singers, I've played so many times over the years, right? So we've had times when we've been playing, our band has been playing, but we get guest singers because people just want to go up on stage and enjoy it. And a lot of people say, I don't know if I can sing. I don't know if people like me. I just tell them, just sing Zombie, right? And they're like, yeah, I know Zombie. And especially for a lot of girls who not really that deeply into rock music, many of them are, but some of them aren't. Zombie is something everybody can recognize. Hell, my wife recognizes Zombie. So I really like that song for that purpose. It just is that it's a tool. The song is a tool in a good way. It is a gift for people to get into the bug of playing live music and getting that thrill. So the thing that brings all of this together for me is I was recently watching the Cranberries perform Zombie on the very old Tiny Desk concert, I think from 12, 14 years ago. And Tiny Desk today is very, very polished, relatively speaking, but it was unpolished earlier. And even though this is a professional band that has had multiple number one hits like the Cranberries, it was a very, very unpolished version of Zombie, which kind of made it amazing because that kind of summarized what the song was about. And even Dolores herself, even though she's one of the most incredible singers you can imagine, you could see the humanity in the band. For example, you have an intro, right? And then you have the notes that play at the end of the chords and then before the singing starts. Those ta-ra, ta-ra, ta-ra. The volumes were off. And even when she was singing, of course she was in key, but there were places where, because it was so unpolished, you could really tell that, hey, this is not a studio recording. This is a real human singing in a room. And for me, to see such a vulnerable humanity in the singer of a song who a song that is played in every part of the world, you would think the singer, the originator of that song, is flawless beyond comprehension, but no, she was just human. So I really like that. It kind of just summarized to me what the song is all about. So yeah, the last thing I will say is, folks, please do continue encouraging people to play guitar and play instruments. All of this automation is coming. You have hundreds of things competing for people's attention span. So just encourage people. Don't be a dick, pardon my French, and then make fun of people because they don't play guitar well enough to your standards or whatever. Don't do all that. If someone's playing guitar, if someone's playing an instrument, if someone's trying to sing, it's a wonderful human thing that they're doing. Please encourage them to do it. All right. I'll see you next time.